Hi, this is Beth Overhout for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here in Marion County in front of the old courthouse where some exciting news is happening today, the grand opening of the Marion County Heritage Center. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
I'm here with Jerry Evans and Mike Cecil, who have been integral in getting this whole thing started. About how long ago do you think you all began looking for a place to have a Heritage Center? You want to take that?
I'm going to leave that to Mike. He's been with the organization much longer than I have.
Okay.
Well, not as long as I think I have been, but actually this vision began probably 15, 20 years ago, maybe even further back than that, when the late Mr. Gary Lanham was president of the organization once upon a time. He even went to as far as to look for a place to purchase to house artifacts in a museum. And so Veronica Hill and Miss Joyce Payne and Mr. Nash Hayes, just to name a few, and I'm sure I've left some people out, and I apologize to you if I have, but this vision has been working on for years and years and years to come.
Exactly, and through those years, where have the artifacts been stored?
They've been stored at various places, even in some people's barns, believe it or not. And then for a while, we were a tenant of Center Square. We had many of our items, articles stored over there. But thank goodness we were able to talk to Judge John G. and the magistrates of the court, and were able to occupy this space effective July the 1st of this year.
And that is a wonderful building for it to be in, too, because it's got historical significance, too.
Sometimes we think it's hysterical, all the work that goes on there, but it is true the Historical Society, the Heritage Center, located herein.
And the building itself had to be prepared to protect the items that are in there, correct?
Well, keep in mind, this building was built in 1935 during the heart of the Great Depression. It is built to last forever, practically. It's been around at least 75 years, and we expect to be around another 75 years. But quite frankly, though, it doesn't meet today's needs in some aspect of it, but it does meet our needs. It has an intimacy to it that a lot of other buildings in Lebanon doesn't have, or Marion County doesn't have. And but needs it need a lot of repair. The county did a partial roof replacement last summer, and a lot of plaster was falling off for the ceilings and the painting, and it need to be done, and it just need a lot of TLC, quite frankly. And but thankful we had access to the inmates at the Marion County Detention Center, and we even use the inmates down at MAC. So we've been blessed to have those two organizations to help us out with their help.
Okay. And behind us, people are going in now. What can they expect to find today? This is your grand opening, so to speak. So what will they find when they go in there?
Well, we have the Secretary of State coming today. We also have our Judge John G. Madley will be coming, along with several other dignitaries of the city. And we just have a host of residents of this area, and that's good because this is their museum.
And the other featured places in the courthouse, such as the Turtle Man exhibit and the quilt exhibit and Don Johnson's instrument collection, are also going to be available.
Absolutely. Don Johnson, who's lived here for 20 years near the Little St. Joe area, we didn't know it existed until about 3 or 4 months ago, because the only Don Johnson I ever knew was Don Johnson of Miami Vice. But this is entirely a different John Johnson. He actually plays the musical instruments. And in fact, he's got a group he put together, the Kentucky Baroque trumpets, and they call themselves the Lincoln's own band that they played in the movie Lincoln. So you need to go see that Lincoln, because the very individual that lives here and used this Heritage Center to display his trumpets. And so he is saying all over the world when he travels that when people ask where the Kentucky Baroque trumpet is located, he says Lebanon, Kentucky. In fact, 2 of the members of his group that's here today drove in from Maryland just to be here, and they identify themselves as being part of the Kentucky Baroque trumpets that's based here in Lebanon, Kentucky. So we get a lot of advertisements, actually a lot of publicity.
Well, thank you both. I know you have things to get ready for. People are coming in, so I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and congratulations on all the hard work you've put into making this happen.
Thanks. I do want to add before we go that in addition to today's grand opening, the museum itself, the Heritage Center, is open Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 10 until 2, on Thursday, Friday, 10 until 4, on Saturdays, 10 until 1. If you have a special need, contact myself or Mike or any other member of our organization. We'll be happy to make accommodations or arrangements to get you in.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and stay tuned for more from the Marion County Heritage Center and other exhibits here at the old courthouse on Main Street in Lebanon, Kentucky.
individually, the groups, etc., the Heritage Center, tourism, so many people, but the ones that I would like to really thank the most are these guys. You probably don't know how much they've done to be here. Some are from Maryland, Virginia, Louisville, Prospect, Elizabethtown, and Lexington. What a group of friends. You know what they're getting paid? Yeah. And so if anyone wants to leave a tip to help with their gas money, etc., I'm serious. I mean, that costs a lot of gas money to drive a truck all the way from there. Please feel free to drop something there. Also, Kentucky Broke Trumpets. Some of us are also playing Kentucky Broke Trumpets. That's why I chose the musicians for, a lot of the musicians for the President Lincoln's Home. We do have DVDs, etc., for sale. Some of the proceeds will go towards the Heritage Center, period, if you happen to purchase it. Okay, so since President Lincoln was born in Kentucky near Hodgenville, and President Lincoln's home is based in Lebanon, Kentucky, and believe me, we played at the Smithsonian for the inauguration, and when we played there, I got it on videotape. You can ask any of these guys, regardless of where they were from, they would say, "Where are you based?" They would say, "We're based in Lebanon, Kentucky." And then they may tell them where they live. But we quote our name at the inauguration in front of so many people. So, since we're also from Kentucky, the next piece we would like to play will be "My Old Kentucky Home."
Linda Small.
How you doing, Linda?
I'm good.
So what do you think of all this?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. This has been in the making for years. I can remember when they tried to get a center square, and I was excited about that, but that didn't really pan out. I think they had a few problems with that. And then when this building opened up, I thought that would be the perfect building for a historical society, and I'm so glad to see that it's come to this.
And it's very crowded.
It's
People
very
are here.
busy. Yeah, they even have to watch how many people they have up here.
Now, are you interested in historical preservation?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I'm definitely, I would love to see things preserved. As a matter of fact, it's in St. Joe, we have a museum. The church there closed in 1996. It was a very sad day that day, but it eventually turned into the community getting the property and turning that property into a community center and preserving the church building now as a museum.
So you've seen what hard work and dedication it takes into making something like this happen.
Oh, there's been many people that have been involved in this, and actually people have been working on this for years, going way back. Miss Veronica Hill was one of the main people that I know started this, and she's put in many hours of work, I know, and also many others, that I couldn't even begin to name all the people.
People that have saved things just so they could finally have a place to display.
Absolutely. We probably don't have enough room, even in this building, to put everything that people would like to see. So, but
it is a start.
That's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
You're welcome.